What's up, guys? It's show day, card stock trading show. What's really awesome about this specific show, aside from the fact there's going to be 75 vendors, thousands and thousands of people at the Courtyard Marriott here in Sherman Oaks, California, is that I live in Sherman Oaks, California, and this is like, I kid you not, 2 miles away from my apartment. So it's awesome. It's great. I don't have to travel. I don't have to hop on a plane and go to Dallas or go to Chicago, although I would like to do that. Anyway, so I wanted to give you guys, a sneak preview of kind of my mindset going into this thing. I used to set up in shows back in the day, 15 years ago, in San Diego, California, before I moved out here to LA. I had no clue what I was doing. Just to teach you how little I knew what I was doing, one of my biggest regrets is pulling a Mike Trout Topps Finest autographed rookie numbered to, I believe it was either 99 or 199, and I sold it for $200 like it was nothing. That's how I roll. Try not to make those mistakes anymore and learn from them. So my strategy today is, this is my first time setting up at a show. I've been to a bunch of them in quite some time, like I mentioned. With the way that the market is right now, I left a lot of my stuff at home, especially ultra-modern basketball, stuff like Zion Williamson, John Moran, RJ Barrett, anything ultra-modern from the last couple of years, with the exception of Trae Young. I left it at home, not bringing it. Also, a lot of my football stuff, I got a crap ton of select stuff that I did bring, but a lot of the football stuff also I left because I think, like the Justin Herberts, Jalen Hurts, Joe Burrows, a lot of the more ultra-modern rookies, I still think there's room. Do I think they're fluid? Do I think I can sell them? Yeah, I do. But I think waiting maybe another month or two is going to be beneficial. I was hoping to get back some more stuff from PSA. Unfortunately, they still got most of my cards. So I did get an HGA order back recently that you guys may have seen on the channel. So I did bring a lot of those cards. With those HGA cards, a lot of them are ultra low pop because they're from the new sets. Like for example, the Alec Boehm 2021 Topps Series 1 rookie card. I got a 9.5 on it. It looks amazing in the slab. There's not going to be any of these at the show, or maybe there'll be one other one at the show. PSA, forget it. There's none of those are out yet, at least not the base one. So I got a shot. I got a shot at getting a premium on that. Where if I wait another 6 to 8 months, the market might get flooded with those. So a lot of that is timely. Me and my buddy just recently popped open a lot of select basketball that he got a pretty good price on. So, trying to sell some singles on that, sell them on the cheap, but they're really nice cards. I think they'll move. I got binders, I got some nice LeBrons. You guys are going to see them a little bit later. I hope to be able to do some videos at the show. But yeah, I really don't know what to expect. I'm almost there. And I started this video when I left, and that was 4 minutes ago. Oh, I'm hitting a red light here, so you guys are lucky. Or I'm lucky. But, so, I don't know what to expect. I expect a lot of trade offers, which I'm completely open to. I'm not buying at the moment, unless it's some killer deal that I just can't pass up, but it's not what I'm looking to do. Totally open to trading, especially trading up. If anybody wants, 10 select die cut top rookies, maybe no Herbert, but they want to give me a Trae Young PSA 10 Prism or something like that, we can do that. But we'll see. I really don't know what to expect. Maybe I'll do an aftermarket report and let you guys know how it went. So lights turning green, I gotta go. See you guys in a minute. What's up, guys? So I wanted to do a little bit of a post-game recap on the show. First and foremost, I had a really good time. I met a lot of people. There was a ton of people there. There was a ton of excitement. There was a ton of people that just wanted to talk about sports, wanted to talk about cards. Some people wanted to talk about the market in a good way and in a bad way. I did definitely notice a few trends, but I think it's important to point out that the National is coming up in about, I think, 5 weeks. So I think a lot of the big dealers are just kind of focused on that right now, and they weren't at this show, and a lot of the big buyers as well. The attendance, while there was a steady flow of people, it wasn't quite as many people as I've seen in the past on similar sized shows. I don't know if that has something to do with the summertime or what it was, but there was still a ton of interest, a ton of excitement. I made one big deal to somebody at one of the local card shops that I greatly appreciate, that kind of put me in the black early on and allowed me to kind of relax for the rest of the show and not feel like I have to press or feel like I have to give my stuff away for free. And that was a big part of it, with the market, the way that it currently is. A lot of people look at comps on eBay. We all know that. We all do it. I do it. They're all over the place on a lot of stuff. And, if a lot of people are just looking at the absolute lowest comp on something, and they're not taking into account the condition of the card, whether or not, at what time the auction was. I mean, was it a 1 a.m. auction that ended in Canada? Where the card is also kind of beat up and has soft corners, and we're trying to use that as a marker for every other sale going forward. And I did notice a lot of the sellers were not playing that game. They had their prices. They're like, hey, look, this is what it is. I know it's higher than eBay. I literally had this conversation with multiple people, but I believe in the player, or I believe in the card, or, a very common thing is I have more into it than the comps. And it's a PSA 10. I can't sell you a PSA 10 for $40 when it costs $300 just to grade right now. And even when PSA comes back, it's still gonna be maybe $50, especially if you're not getting like a deep bulk submission rate. So a lot of this is still getting worked out. I don't think we've still figured out kind of where the market is. On some players, it's really hot. On a lot of, especially modern basketball, it's pretty cold right now. With that said, there were a lot of people going around trying to do bulk deals. There were people trying to buy all my slabs. The issue became with the slabs specifically. I'll talk about my other deal here in a second. But with the slabs is they wanted 30% under eBay comps. I cannot do that. That's basically like giving it away for free. That's less than what I paid just in the grading fees in a lot of instances. And I just know that I can get more for it if I just sell it by myself, a considerable amount more. Players still get hot. Players' cards still rise. We just saw recently what happened with Terrence Mann. His cards exploded. I had 3 Terrence Mann cards, including a rookie auto from Mosaic. I sold it within 24 hours, all of them at significant profits. So, sports keeps on playing. Guys keep getting hot. Some guys get cold. Some guys get injured. It's a market. It goes up, it goes down. So there were people trying to buy slabs, and in my case, somebody wanted to just buy out all of my, I want to say between $5 and $20 cards. Some a little bit less, some a little bit more. I had about 300 of them in a box, and they came in and they just threw a big figure at me. I kind of did the math in my head, and I was like, this makes sense. This is a fair price. I know they're going to make a lot of money on it. And they have the mechanism to move it much easier, much quicker than me. I don't have to to buy 300 bubble mailers to mail this stuff out on eBay and pay fees and pay taxes and pay all that kind of stuff. So I was very happy with that deal. Other than that, buyers were tight. Like I mentioned. A lot of people, that FOMO that we had last year, where everyone's just like, I gotta get in right now, whatever the price is, because it's only gonna go up. It kind of feels like the opposite right now, where they're like, I'm afraid to get in because I feel like we don't know where the bottom is, on a lot of this stuff. Mostly basketball. Football and baseball are a little more steady. A lot of people asking for soccer. One guy asked for Formula One. A lot of UFC stuff as well. Those aren't markets that I'm necessarily familiar with. But it's always a great thing when people are asking for different stuff. A lot of the other stuff that I sold was, I sold some individual cards that I had just in binders, whatever, Pokemon, and also kind of unique cards that necessarily aren't overproduced. Like I had a Magic Johnson and Larry Bird autograph from Court Kings. Those sold within 5 minutes of me setting up. First guy that came there bought both of those. And there aren't a million comps on that, so we didn't have to haggle too much. I think he got a fair price. I was happy with what I got out of it. And we both moved on and are better off for it. So, overall, the show is great. I think the National coming up did affect it a little bit in terms of the amount of sellers and the amount of buyers, that are willing to pour a lot of money out right now. You can tell that the market is still soft. A little bit of that is predictable. It is the summertime. Football's coming up in a couple of months. Basketball's about to head into the off season. If you got basketball players, like I had a lot of interest in Trae Young. I sold one of my Trae Youngs. The other two I couldn't quite come to terms with. But a lot of that had to do with what I had into it. And that goes back to a lot of sellers, especially at these shows. There are people doing fire sales, but there are a lot of people that aren't. And at some point, the fire sales are gonna, that's gonna be done with. I know PSA's backlog is going to kind of keep it going for a little while. It's going to keep it simmering. But eventually I think a lot of that's going to start settling down for certain players, like your really, really low end kind of players that haven't panned out. Maybe Tyler Hero, we'll see. Fire sales to come on that guy, I think. But there's word that he might get traded. So maybe a new situation. I think it's always when guys move, when guys get traded, when guys sign in free agency somewhere else, you're going to see renewed interest in that player. New opportunity brings new life a lot of times. Last year there was a ton of examples of that. So anyway, I'm babbling. I appreciate you guys checking it out. I got a lot of videos coming up soon. Hopefully you'll stick around with me. Subscribe, hit the like button, hit the bell, all that good stuff. I'll see you next time.